Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pull-apart Christmas bread wreath. It is a delicious savory bread arranged in the shape of a wreath. Each dough ball is stuffed with cheese for a nice surprise. It's coated with melted butter, garlic, and parsley, and garnished with fresh cranberries and sprigs of rosemary, and served with a bowl of marinara sauce in the middle. You are going to love this delicious savory bread, so let's get started. First, in a medium saucepan, add in the milk and heat it on the stove over medium-low heat until scalded. And that's just when you start to see it bubble around the edges. Don't heat it until it's simmering or boiling. Then remove it from the heat. Add in the butter that's been cut into small pieces. Measure out the sugar in a separate small bowl. Remove and set aside 1 teaspoon. And add the rest into the milk and butter mixture. And mix them until combined. Set it aside and let it cool until it's no longer hot but still very warm. Then into a small bowl, add in the warm water. It should be around 100 degrees. Yeast. And the reserved teaspoon of sugar from earlier. Mix them until well combined. And set aside for at least 10 minutes until the yeast is activated. You'll know it's activated when it gets really foamy like this. If it doesn't get foamy after 10 minutes, either the water was too hot or too cold to start with, or the yeast is expired. So if that's the case, toss it and start it again with the right water temperature and/or new yeast. Add the yeast mixture into the bowl of a stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can mix and knead the dough by hand, and I'll give instructions on that throughout the video. Stir the milk and butter mixture. And feel it. It should be warm to the touch and not hot or cold. Add it into the bowl. And add in the eggs that are at room temperature. Flour. This is only half of the flour at the moment. And salt. And mix on low speed using the dough hook attachment until combined and smooth, about 3 minutes. If you're doing this by hand, just mix it with a wooden spoon. Then add in the rest of the flour, half a cup at a time, mixing just briefly after each addition. Then once it's all added, let the mixer knead the dough for another 10 minutes until the dough is smooth and elastic. If you're doing this by hand, just keep mixing the flour in by hand, and once it starts coming together into a dough, turn it out onto the counter, knead in the rest of the flour, and continue kneading the dough for another 5 to 10 minutes, adding more flour only a little at a time to keep it from sticking to the work surface. If you're using the mixer, turn it out onto a lightly floured work surface. And knead the dough a few times just so the dough is coated in flour. Lightly grease a large bowl. Place the dough into the bowl. Grease the top of the dough. Cover it tightly in plastic wrap. And let it rise in a warm place for about 1.5 to 2 hours until it doubles in size. Once the dough has risen, punch it down. Lightly flour the work surface. Place the dough onto the floured surface and move it around to coat it in the flour. Then divide the dough into 42 to 46 pieces. I'm using a scale to make sure they're all even. Roll each one into a rough ball. Flatten each one. Then add some mozzarella cheese. Wrap the dough around it. Pinch the seam. And smooth it out. And keep going for the rest of them. Line a pizza pan with parchment paper. Grease the sides of a ramekin and place it into the center. Then add the dough balls around it, letting them touch each other. Add another row going around them. And add another row around them. This pizza pan is 16 inches in diameter. If your pan is smaller, then just do 2 rows. And any leftover dough balls, just place them on a separate pan lined with parchment paper and bake them separately. Cover them in plastic wrap and let them rise in a warm place for 45 to 60 minutes until puffed up but not doubled in size. Meanwhile, preheat the oven to 375 degrees. Once the dough has risen, carefully remove the plastic wrap. And gently brush the top of the dough with an egg wash to give it a nice golden brown color when it bakes. Then bake it in the oven until golden brown and reaches an internal temperature of 190 degrees or above, about 20 to 25 minutes. Halfway through the baking time, rotate the pans and switch oven racks so they bake evenly. To make the garlic butter, in a small bowl, add in the butter and heat it in the microwave until it's melted. Then add in the fresh minced garlic, fresh minced parsley, salt, and pepper, and mix them until combined. When the bread wreath is done, remove it from the oven and let it cool slightly, just for a minute or 2. Then brush the garlic butter all over the top of it. Then add some fresh cranberries for a bit of color. And sprigs of rosemary. And add some marinera sauce into the ramekin in the center. And it's best served still warm, so you just pull it apart, and inside will have gooey melted cheese. And just dip it in the marinara sauce, and it is absolutely delicious. And that's how to make a pull-apart Christmas bread wreath. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give this video a like, and check out my channel for many more videos, and subscribe to my channel for more to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.